Hey there, the Underdog Effect. Hey there, this is Darren, day 120, the Underdog Effect. What is that? I'm glad you asked. All right, so I kind of coined this phrase and coined this term. Uh, anyway, when I was writing the book, I wrote this chapter about all in intelligence. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized this truly is an underdog effect. When you go all in and you dive all in to whatever your dream is, whatever you want to be world class at, people will notice that you're all in, you're serious, get out of my way, you're going to go over it, around it, through it, and you're not going to give up. It gets the attention of people, especially influencers. So, case in point, Craig Valentine and I are doing a 2-day workshop out in, I think it was Baltimore, and it was a coaching workshop. And I fly out there, and all of a sudden, Craig has an accident and hurts his knee and has to have emergency surgery, like a day before the event. What are we going to do? We have people flying in. We have people, and he can be there for the first day, but he has to have the surgery on the second day. So we look at who could help us out, who could fill in on the second day that we want to still deliver the value. And we looked at all the different people that we had been teaching who know our stuff, but who's out there actually doing it? Who's helping people with what we've taught them? And we ended up, it was kind of unanimous, Mike Davis. Mike Davis was called in from the bullpen and brought him up. We flew him out there to be able to fill in and help me coach on day 2. So they got 2 world-class coaches on day 2. They had 3 on day 1. But it was the underdog effect. When you're the underdog, when you are willing to be all in, be a hobbyist, take 2. This is a live. I can't do takes. Don't be a hobbyist, be a lobbyist. That person who is lobbying is the one who's going to go around it and find a way. When you are that person, people are going to notice. You might have heard me talk about my high school football story when I was just said enough is enough. I was tired of watching my friends play in the game when I was the guy on the sidelines. That summer, the summer before my senior year, I was all in. I went to football school, which nobody on my team did, at Holy Cross College. I took vitamins. I started working out. I started running 4 miles a day, every day. And I was doing this because I was all in. And come day 1, so we had double sessions, practice sessions, the season started. Come day 1 of the season, I was still not a starter. I didn't even care what position. I just wanted to be in the game. And it took until the 3rd game of the season where I finally won a starting position as a cornerback as well as returning punts. But I was the guy who stayed longer, who was at practice first, left the locker room last. Because I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go all in. So when you go all in, the underdog effect takes effect. Whereas people will see and notice you, and they'll come alongside you. Writing this book right now, so I'm writing a book, 17 Minutes to Your Dream, about this experience, and one of the chapters is the underdog effect. My friend and pastor, Vince Antonucci, saw that I was doing this book, that I wrote it in 17 days, which is crazy, and he wanted to help. He knows I suck at grammar because I'm dyslexic and not good at it. And out of nowhere, he just offered to help edit the book. This is one of his ninja skills. He's written 4 books. But when he read that chapter, he's like, well, this is what I was doing for you. I was coming alongside you. And I think people notice, but you can't be a hobbyist and expect people to come alongside you. They might give you a tip or 2 in conversation, but they're not going to dive in saying, what can we do to help? And I think that's the true underdog effect. Let me know what you think of that. I'd love to see some comments, as this is a brand new thing that I've never even named before. But what do you think of that? It's a chapter in the book. Have a great weekend.